All right. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. All right, let's do it. I ain't got time to wait around for all the motherfuckers in the world. We need to get ours. Hey, how's it going?
Party there?
Oh yeah, party. Yeah. Yeah. $20. Yeah. Wow. Thank you. Have a good one. That's kind of the irony of that dude, is that he owns a convenience store, or runs one, and he doesn't know how to fucking... I don't think he knows how to count. Be like a banker that doesn't know math or something, doesn't know how to count. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. Just got a Powerball ticket. Yeah, somebody won that big one. 650,000, a lone person. So in a bumfuck town somewhere in Texas. And anyways. In a podunk town, I guess you call it. Okay. We got our two beers and then some liquors on the way, so yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Leave the leave that light on because mom's coming in. All right. Cool. So we got our Hamilton. We got the 2 beers. Got the Powerball ticket. So we made some space in the mini refrigerator. Yeah. Woo. Okay. So we have a lot of like waters in here, and then yeah, a lot of waters. That's I've been freezing the water during the Texas heat wave drought thing. No rain. Ooh. Put my brewskis right there. Yeah. Load these bad boys up. That boy was paranoid. You gave me a 20, huh? I was like, no, dude, I gave you 100. Ah. Yeah. You don't know how to count, bro. Oh, well. Busy night, no, I guess. Friday night at the Sack and Save. At the Quickie. I mean. Oh. Saturday night at the Quickie Mart. The boot of destiny has arrived. Yeah. I guess some of my friends and relatives realize that even though we have a local Irish pub, that the bar over here is a dump. So we figured we can be entertained and be losers at our own house. So we don't have to go out to the public and show the public that we're drunk losers. But we can do that in our own homes. But I mean, I guess the pub and the club and the bar used to be, I think in the old days, used to be a kind of a satisfying experience. Maybe it was a nice social experience with friends and family, but it just became where it just became like a congregation of drunks. But it wasn't really a congregation that was built on, you know, fraternity or common interest. It was more like just a bunch of strangers in a dumpy bar that hardly talk to each other. And it's just bullshit. So, yeah, that's what you notice. You go into the bar and it's like, especially if you go by yourself and then you don't talk to anybody and then you don't want to talk to anybody a lot of times. And so it's just like unfulfilling socially, intellectually. And most of the time it's just, you just talk to the bartender and the bartender's just like, you want another one? You need something else? And then you have to tip the bartender. Yeah, so it's just an unfulfilling experience all the way around. There might be like some cool spots with cool people, you know, with cooler people than this dump over here, this old Irish pub, but in North Houston, Spring, Texas. But plus, I am getting on in age, and so I've become less and less interested in that sort of thing. So, yeah. Plus, maybe you lessen chance of hospitalization, less chance of arrest. You know, you're not drunk off your ass at a pub or a club, and you might not fight anybody that you don't like, and you're bound to find like a galaxy of people that you don't like that you would never want to hang out with in your life at these places. So that's plenty of motherfuckers, you know, that increases your motherfucker pool, like the people that you want to fight, you know, or that you don't like in a very serious way. And so it's not like even people have traditional fist fights and brawls anyway. Everybody brings a knife or a fucking gun or something these days. You know, everybody's packing with knives and Uzis and shit. So it's like it's not even guaranteed that you would make it out alive, even if you did have a brawl or you did have a fight. So. Plus, the bars and the clubs are expensive. The booze is expensive after the Biden-Harris years, the Bidenflation. So, yeah. And I guess alcohol isn't the best thing, you know, for people's health. So, It's just sugar. Yeah, and that causes eventually could cause cancer and diabetes, or yeah, one or the other or both. So. Yeah, I wish they had like the alcohol, like in Star Trek, where it's like the people, they drink it and it's synthahol, and then they, I guess they still get a buzz or something. I don't know. It doesn't really say that they get drunk or high, or when they're drinking the synthahol, but. Or I guess in Star Trek, when they want to get like fucked up, they just get real shit. They just get like real liquor somehow. I guess synthahol is what they drink when they're on duty, when they want to socialize but not get trashed, and stick a pool cue up some dude's ass, you know. But when they want to get really trashed on the Starship Enterprise, they break out the old good. They break out the old classics. Who was the favorite drunk of the Enterprise? That was, you know, of course, Scotty, the engineer, the Scottish engineer. He's the greatest. But Chekhov and McCoy, they could lay down some shit too. Some of that bourbon, some of the vodka, and Scotty was taking out the scotch. So pretty dangerous group, that Starship Enterprise crew there. For the most part, a wild bunch of fictional people, of fictional characters. Yeah. Ah, yes. Got the beer. We ran out of propane, which affects the grilling situation, but we're getting it filled up, you know, tonight. Propane exchange. So we can grill on, and then my 45th birthday is this Wednesday. 45, just like the first term of the U.S. President Donald Trump. 45, just like the freeway in Houston, I-45. I will be 45. They're having, I guess there's some kind of family reunion next door. The people from Louisiana. Yeah. Black people. Black people from Louisiana. Everybody loved the black people from Louisiana after Hurricane Katrina. Well, I'm glad they're having a nice family reunion. Hopefully we don't disturb them tonight, you know, with any loud music or singing. Or I'll try not to get into a fight, you know, with my mother over something. As long as she doesn't bring up sensitive subjects, let's say. Usually 1980s, 1990s, 2000s nostalgia is perfect, or just talking about musicians or talking about celebrities. But if we wax personal, then there might be some sore spots in there. Yeah, some raw spots. Haven't heard the garage open yet. the odds winning the Powerball are even worse than winning the Texas two-step. So, yeah, I just did it anyway because the jackpot was $123 million. There's a lot of the only thing that's bad about the Texas heat wave. Well, there's multiple things that are bad about it: drought, heat stroke, heat exhaustion, plants dying, grass dying, people dying, animals dying. But I really hate. Oh yeah, high air conditioning bills. Strain on air conditioning systems. What else? Much is bad about a heat wave that's consistent. But one thing I really dislike about it is that bugs come in, like gnats and flies and all kinds of bugs want to come in. And that really bugs me. Yeah. Did they catch those New Orleans boys? Those Louisiana boys? Speaking of the Louisiana people. Is there still 7 on the loose? The Badnificent 7? The Badnificent? You call him the Badnificent. The Stabnificent 7. Oh, yeah, that's a little better. No, I'm not going to say that. The Nignificent 7. The Nignificent. Yeah, that's a good one. Is that the gay? Is that the gay Raj? Gay Raj? Are you here? The gay. Well, we'll check and see if it's the gay Raj. Yeah, it would be really terrible if these people from Louisiana, that was their kin, and they came here, and it was like they had like Uzis and shit. Give me your money, fool! I'll kill you. Like, just my fucking luck. Yeah. So I mean that's not super bright if you're a fugitive and you escape from a New Orleans jail. And then you escape from the New Orleans jail, and the place you go geniusly, diabolically, amazingly, you go to New Orleans. Yeah. Fucking genius. Genius. Now these rocket quantum engineers. Hey, Tula! Love you too. Now these quantum engineers of the highest caliber that escaped the New Orleans jails. Okay, so 3 of them were caught because they went to New Orleans. Yeah. Is it a bad plan going to New Orleans if you're an African American younger man? I guess not all of them are young. Some are like 35. Some even close to my age, right? 41, 42. Right, so not all of them are youngins. A lot of them are youngins. So, like, well, there's a lot of black people in New Orleans. Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm black, so let's go where the black people are. Where the black people be at. They got your posters everywhere. You know, they got facial recognition software. They got the New Orleans Fuzz, NOPD. They got the FBI. They got the fucking, you know. I don't know if that's a great idea. I mean, isn't there cameras everywhere, like Bourbon Street? Increased security? I don't know if that's like the wisest idea. If I escape from jail, would I just think, yeah, I'll just go to the place where I escaped, the city where I escaped from jail. That's great. Yeah, okay. I took her out to take a whiz. So if I escaped jail from Houston, Texas jail, I said, that's all too easy. I steal the line from Darth Vader in The Empire Strikes Back. The year I was born, May 21st, 1980, which I'm about to celebrate the 45th birthday. And then, I guess it's the 45th anniversary also of Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back. Best Star Wars movie? Oh, definitely. Definitely. Why is that the best Star Wars movie? Most movies want people to feel good. Yeah, most movies want to entertain and make people feel good. Be feel-good movies like Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope, or Star Wars: A New Hope, by some ardent Star Wars fans, 1977. Okay, so the hero wins, struggles a little bit, but wins. Gets the girl, saves the day, gets the prize, gets the gold medal, he gets the money, he gets the pussy, he gets the everything that a man wants or desires in life, I guess. And then so anyways, it's a happy ending, right? It's like Star Wars, pretty much a happy ending, except for Darth Vader escapes. I guess that's not the good part, but oh, did the Force deflect Han Solo's Millennium Falcon blast? Did the dark side of the Force deflect It was a pure miracle that Darth Vader survived getting attacked by the Millennium Falcon. Really, seriously. But if Darth Vader didn't survive, then you couldn't have The Empire Strikes Back and the Return of the Jedi. So, obviously. So, the movie that came out on my birthday, May 21st, 1980, Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, it was different in that the bad guys have the upper hand the entire movie, and they're punishing and torturing the good guys the entire time. Yeah, The Empire Strikes Back. So it's not a feel-good movie. In fact, it's a really depressing one. It kind of teaches, I guess, a lot of the children's shows, and even Star Wars itself, and maybe even Return of the Jedi is too light. It was going to be a lot darker in the original Return of the Jedi. George Lucas, Harrison Ford wanted Han Solo to be killed off, and he didn't do it because the last movie was too dark. I suppose Harrison Ford dreaded coming back for multiple Star Wars films, again and again. He wanted to get out of the space pirate, interstellar pirate kind of deal. And so wanted to do more down to earth movies about real people or some shit like that. More serious work instead of being a space cowboy. So, kind of the appeal, why people think it's, some people might say Revenge of the Sith is the most depressing, the darkest Star Wars movie. Yeah, but it's not depressing in the way, it's not as shocking as the first time they did it. The first time they made a depressing Star Wars. That was when the fans were really shocked. A lot of the fans knew that the Old Republic fell, and it's because Anakin Skywalker turned to the dark side. So it really wasn't much of a surprise when fans saw it on screen. They were wondering how it happened, how it unfolded, but pretty much it was in the prophecy of the original movies. And the fan base expected what was going to happen. They didn't know how it was going to happen, but they knew it was going to happen. So it's like, you don't know how the next Chinese attack is going to be against America or the next terrorist attack, but it's probably going to happen, right? I mean, there's going to be, I know people have been using knives and cars to kill people lately, but, what if they come up with more sophisticated means, like, biological terror weapons and things like that. Things that really tear people's flesh off and kill people. Sure, I could be at a crowd at a Christmas parade or New Orleans parade, and a guy, Islamic militant, can drive his fucking U-Haul through the crowd, at maximum speed or whatever. Boy, that dog is being really annoying. Annoying, the whole screeching. I wonder if she got up on the bed and now she wants down. Or if she's barking downstairs. I have no idea. So, but sophisticated weaponry. We really haven't. We've seen, planes hijacked, going into buildings. That's dramatic enough. You know, we've seen guys plowing down people at Christmas parades and Mardi Gras parades and New Year's Eve festivities and et cetera, et cetera. But we haven't seen people deploy the big boys, the rock kind of shit. You know, the sarin gas and the fucking biological terror weapons. I mean, the real shit. You know, the real. I mean, God forbid it never happens. But we haven't seen a terrorist group or a psychotic individual or groups of individuals or gangsters or gangbangers or whoever, just terrorists in general, bad actors in general, just getting the equipment necessary to exterminate large swaths of humanity, en masse, whether it be viruses or biological terror weapons. So the impression that I'm getting is that people are probably developing biological terror weapons, and they'll probably deploy them soon. And it's not what I wanted to see, but I did see it though. Yeah, I mean, some may call it a nightmare, but I call it a vision. So I knew exactly what it said. Don't throw away your mask so quickly, folks. Keep some gas masks and some masks on hand. I promise it'll come in handy. So maybe society thinks because all the illegal aliens and all the criminals and all the whatever gangsters and gangbangers, that's bad enough. That's why people are arming themselves up to the fucking teeth with gun after gun, bullet after bullet, mace, tasers, pepper spray, whatever, bats, brass knuckles, fucking everything. People are loading up with their weapons. Definitely not me, but a lot of people are. A lot of people are fucking loaded to the teeth. Have more weapons than they know what to do with, because they're preparing for this Armageddon. They're preparing for this fucking this thing that's probably going to happen. And so this apocalypse. But, enemies might hit us with something that we can't defend against. I would say that even though getting weapons and getting samurai swords and brass knuckles and bats and batons and offensive weapons and defensive weapons, guns, shotguns, all that stuff, I think that's valid what people are doing to a certain. And then on the other hand, it seems like paranoia. People stocking up with weapons all the time, being paranoid. At one point, it's good to be observing your surroundings, and then at some point, it becomes paranoia. If you're doing it too much. So, if you have an irrational fear of being hurt or death, and you're constantly buying knives and guns and stocking up ammo, and maybe that's a psychological issue. Maybe it's a real response to a world that wants to kill us and do us harm. But I would say it would probably be better to work on, if you're doing like survival prep, I would say, making sure there's enough food and there's enough, water in your abode, your location, in case, an enemy attacks the power grid or something like that, So you could survive for days and days and weeks and maybe even years, in case the United States was attacked in a devastating type way that was unexpected, maybe not totally unforeseen, but it was something that was coming, that was going to be either an attack on the power grid or some kind of biological, some kind of biogenic bioterror weapon that decimates a large portion of our population. So that's what I was seeing. I was seeing somebody was going to deploy something really nasty, even nastier than the Chinese Communist Party, even nastier than Wuhan Virology Institute, even nastier than COVID-19. coronavirus, unfortunately. So something a lot more devastating and a lot like basically it's like a living horror. It's like this weapon gets deployed and all these people die right before your eyes, and maybe even us. And the only way to protect against it is to have a mask or something like a gas mask or a surgical mask or something. You know, and maybe sometimes that fails for people trying to survive. Like Marilyn Manson, Hollywood. You got your children breathing to survive. The isolation was the oxygen mask. You got your children breathing to survive. That's from Hollywood. Yeah. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, I thought about that. Isolation is your oxygen mask. Got your children breathing to survive. It's kind of strange also that the fight song, he goes, fight, fight, fight. And that's like the chant of like Donald Trump after being targeted with assassination. Yeah, I don't know. I always found Marilyn Manson Hollywood to be like a prophetic album about America and the world's future. Yeah. I'm not saying it's exactly Nostradamus, exactly biblical in its prophecy, but it's kind of eerily close at times. Or you could say that Marilyn Manson was a very well-spoken, well-read, and erudite individual, and he could see, you know, the future of America and the world a lot better. Maybe he had more experience dealing with, you know, P. Diddy and Jeffrey Epstein. That's why he called it, instead of Hollywood, he mocked it. He called it Holywood. Maybe he knew something we didn't. Maybe he knew a lot about the inside, the inner workings of power and government. And in Hollywood, like Stanley Kubrick, you know, Eyes Wide Shut, and to a certain extent, it horrified him. Maybe these people really do worship Satan, you know, in a real way. And so, but sometimes you might get messages from Satanists and on Twitter X or some other kind of platform. What I say is, well, I don't say anything. All I'm going to say about that is, if anybody says, "Do you want to join Satan or hail Lucifer?" I'm like, there's only one person I hail. There's only one person. There's only one entity that I believe in. Lord Jesus Christ and Jehovah God. If that's not what it is, then everybody else can go to hell, literally. So that's where I stand on that particular subject. Yeah. Well, I guess it's the it's the 20th anniversary too. It's not just the 45th anniversary of the Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, but it's also the 20th anniversary of Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, Star Wars Episode 3. So I don't know. There's something about the original Star Wars. I think the original Star Wars from 1977, from 1983, it has the distinct advantage of being new for the time, to be amazing to people at the time because it's fresh and new. And there had been space operatics before, but not on that level to mix kind of like folklore with science fiction at the same time. Of course, there's Star Trek that would, you know, but even though Star Trek has fantastical elements that are, I mean, even the warp drive itself, still it doesn't typically stray into medieval fantasy as Star Wars did, dabble in Arthurian legends and Shakespearean themes intermixed with science fiction. So that was kind of the key difference for the most part. Also, Star Wars typically before the streaming, before the dark times, before the Disney Empire, Star Wars was only in one structure. It was a 3-act play. And so it would only come in 3 acts. And it was almost specifically done as trilogies at first. And so before the streaming and they wanted to tell you about, you know, a gay robot or something on Disney, you know, the lesbian robots, the legend of lesbian robots that nobody wanted to watch. But they, you know, that's what they did. Disney, dishonesty, Star Wars. Kathleen Kennedy. Put a chick in it, make it gay. Before the dark times. Before the Kathleen Kennedy. Before the Disney. Before it all went to shit. Yeah. I guess, man, that's kind of a bummer because there's no... the original Star Wars trilogy is, for the most part, narratively and structurally coherent. So everything follows. It's not non sequitur. It does not follow. Everything follows. Every piece kind of fits, except it's not revealed that Luke and Leia are twin brother and sister. There's some confusion about that, which makes the trilogy awkward and not perfect. Also, it kind of seems like Obi-Wan is a liar to Luke, not telling him about Anakin Skywalker being his father, and that Darth Vader betrayed Anakin Skywalker, that they were 2 different people, and all of that kind of confusion. But, I mean, those are like kind of what they would call nitpicks. They're kind of glaring, but they kind of, as the trilogy goes along, they kind of try to explain it away in a decent explanation why there were confusion and mistakes, and so why it makes Obi-Wan Kenobi Alec Guinness as like a liar, that he's lying to Luke about his past, but that could also be explained because he's ashamed because Obi-Wan failed to keep Anakin to the light side and preserve the Jedi Order. So you could see that could, you know, you could tell that Obi-Wan Kenobi is a proud man. He's an accomplished man, but he's a man who feels like he's a failure. And so that's why he became a hermit, and he distanced himself from, you know, feeling anything until Luke. I mean, he was charged with looking after Luke and I guess trying to reignite the Jedi Order. And defeating the Emperor and Darth Vader, his old pupil. So, but for the most part, I would say Star Wars 1977 to 1983, the original trilogy, it's coherent, it's wildly entertaining, it has amazing characters, great character interplay and interactions. You care about the characters, you care about their struggles, you care about the rebellion, trying to defeat the evil empire. It has a lot going for it. So amazing special effects for the time. And so the birth of the Industrial Light and Magic effects workshop. So we get some bubbly. Well, we have the first beers down here. The first brewski. Tomball German Festival. Festivals. Yeah. Guten Tag. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of Germans settled Texas. Yeah. I don't know. Texas is kind of like Germany too. I mean, really, in a lot of, I mean, in some areas. Well, maybe it's not Germany too, but yeah, a lot of the cities and the towns are named after German settlers. Especially, yeah, even this place, Klein, that's German. Pre-Nazi era, and so. I guess it could be derogatory. You can refer to the Germans as Krauts. Okay, I guess that's either lovingly or sometimes that's in a derogatory fashion. So, I suppose in Inglourious Bastards, calling them Krauts is in a derogatory fashion. So, not a glowing ethnic word. Ethnic or national word for people, right? The Krauts. But what's the best beer in the world? Okay, Belgian is the best, bar none. But the second best is German. And the third best is what? Irish. Guinness. I would say. Some people might argue about that, but some people, I would even put Guinness Irish beer first. But since I've tasted Belgian and German beer, then my opinion has changed. So I would say Belgian Trappist Ale is probably the best beer in the world ever made. No, that's a tall boy order. Yeah, my friend works on movies in Germany. Works in movies internationally as a colorist. And my friend from middle school, and he also does like German teen comedies and things like that. German television. Yeah. He said the first time I saw that was on European Vacation, where they have the people in the traditional German outfits and they're dancing, and there's the funny scene. Oktoberfest, stuff like that. They have the suspenders and the fucking wacky hats, and they're all dancing around in the shorts and all that shit. He said it's like, to German people, dressing up like that, like old Germans, is similar to, like, he said it was like if Americans dressed up like in colonial outfits, like Boston colonial American outfits, from the time period. So from the 1700s, 1800s, I guess mostly the 1800s, early 1800s. Well, as long as if I visited Germany, I would get the beer this big, and then I'd like to try their sausages, or whatever they eat over there, with some sauerkraut. Is that what they call them, krauts? Is that where sauerkraut comes from? Call them krauts. Is sauerkraut? Is that like cabbage? That's what it always looks like to me, cabbage, and tastes like. This is just German cabbage, dude. Just get me that Wiener Schnitzel. Yeah. Now, do the German women, are they always like blondes with blue eyes with like big jajumbas, big bazongas? I don't know. I mean, that's on the cover of St. Pauli Girl beer. It's like a German blonde girl with blue eyes and big bajongas. And I don't know. I don't think that every German woman looks like that, probably. That's probably like on a mythical level. Like all the Swedish chicks are like, hot blondes with blue eyes and big bajongas and shit. Big bajongas. Yeah. St. Pauli Girl. Yeah, she's like St. Pauli Girl. She's in the traditional German outfit, the Alpine outfit. And then she's got like, the massive jugs of beer. And then she's got her massive jugs of tits. And she's like that's the cartoon. That's like the... Big tits. Yeah, big beers, big tits. No wonder the Germans like to come to Texas. They like it big. Woo! Oh, yeah. Obviously. Oh, maybe the Germans came to Texas because they were escaping political and religious persecution, right? Coming to America. Like, is that James Brown, Rocky 3? Coming to America. So we did have September 11th, 2001 terror attacks. America has a big birthday coming up. It's called the 250th birthday of the United States of America. Now, there's a lot of parades and big, large crowd events planned, for that. God forbid. I hope it's just a joyous time. But I know the Department of Homeland Security, FBI, ATF, and the whole machine will be preparing for something quite different than what Americans are preparing for. Maybe you're preparing for friends and family barbecue. Maybe normal type people are preparing for a barbecue and get a little all-American Hulk Hogan beer, real American beer or whatever it's called. Maybe some people want to put on like their colonial clothing, their silly ass, Boston Tea Party clothing, and do theater, like American theater, and so forth. Celebrate Americana, in a variety of multitude of ways. Maybe we could read the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights, the entire fucking thing, for like whatever, how long that would take. Yeah, but drunk. But that's the key. But read the U.S. Constitution and all the articles and the Bill of Rights drunk. However, it's a 250th celebration. Maybe watch a little 1776. Yeah. Have some fun with it. Get creative with it. Yeah. That sounds awesome. So, So everybody has big plans for this 250th July 4th birthday of America. On its way to 300 years of existence. But I hope somebody doesn't want to get their U-Haul truck and jam it at 200 miles per hour through the crowd. I hope when there is like a parade for the 250th anniversary that there's, vehicle barriers and there's enough security and police forces and stuff like that. I guess the trouble is when the attacks become sophisticated. If they're sophisticated in method and delivery and if they're very creative in their method of terror attack. So a lone guy driving a truck, you could stop him with enough security, with enough military, with enough fucking, you could stop Jalim Madoun Badid, with his long terror beard and his turban and shit. I mean, the lone guy, right? You could probably stop Jalon Muhammad Al-Abib just with some road barriers. But what I'm really worried about is something a little bit more sophisticated than a dude getting in a truck or even in a plane and coming down. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of more worried about more sophisticated attacks, more integral ones, more devastating, more well-funded attacks like, viruses or plagues or bioterror weapons. I'm talking about something hardcore, gas, sarin, stuff like that. See in the movies. I don't think there'd be a suitcase, if you have a suitcase nuclear dirty bomb, like in some of the novels, some of the movies. But kind of worried about something diabolical in nature, something evil, not just some dude is evil and gets in a truck and just says, I'm gonna go hit this fucking parade or something. I'm kind of worried about something hard, fucking core, complex, well-funded, coordinated by our adversaries, just something wicked. That's what I'm kind of worried about that. So, anyways, I hope it doesn't happen. I hope it's smooth sailing. I hope it's smooth sailing to America's 250th birthday. 250 years of the United States of America. Imagine that. Wow. Land of the free. Home of the brave. Star-Spangled Banner. Twilight left gleaming. Or left streaming, or whatever it was. Francis Scott Key. Dude's dope. Yeah. Rockets' red glare and the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, it's going to be an epic one. And that was good. That was a good addition to it. Yeah, that's how we do it. So time to mix up elixir thing. Dr. Hitachi. Ooh. Guess these knife attacks are becoming more prevalent, these vehicular attacks. Vehicular. That rhymes with testicular, by the way. Testicular. I like that. Vehicular. Extracurricular. Extracurricular dictivities. Or no. It's extra. Extracurricular dictivities. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Got it. Gotta write that down. All right. Extracurricular dictivities. Boom. We just broke out of New Orleans jail. Where you want to go, man? New Orleans. Right. Genius. Fucking genius, I tell you. Genius. No one will know that I went to my mama's house. Especially the feds. Nobody will know. What? How did you get subscribers, dude? What the fuck? How'd you get subscribers, dude? Yeah. Who subscribed to this bullshit?
Come Monday.
Oh, no.
One of my 2.4 hit records.
No, don't do that.
We had no money to do this.
Don't do that because that's the copyright, dog. Copyright. Copy tight. We'll use Bella as the background. Yeah. Just something about the wolf. With the claw and the fur and the... You know what I mean? The teeth. I love it. No, actually, they didn't get me on any of the music last time. They got me on a 60 minutes. 60 shiznits. They got me on the Cillian Murphy, the Irish interview. Yeah, that's the main reason why they blocked the video that I played the music a week or so ago. Yeah. Fucking 60 minutes. Always causing shit. Yeah. When 60 Minutes does a non-political interview, like the Cillian Murphy, like when they do a really good interview, it's good. When they do this anti-Trump shit, when they do this left-wing liberal partisan caca, then it just it defeats the purpose of journalism, you know? Because true journalism by design would be fair and impartial, even if it was Trump. But they're not. They have no interest in that. CBS, you're gonna CBS if you watch CBS. Yeah, this is not the 60 Minutes that I grew up with. This is not the NBC that I grew up with. This is not the ABC news that I grew up with. This is not even the CNN I grew up with. This is something else. Microsoft, Bill Gates of hell, NBC, the MSDNC has always been awful. But CNN used to be actually respectable and good. And maybe the three corporate media stations, maybe they used to be good and have journalistic integrity back in the day. But they have totally lost that. So, rest in peace. They had decided to go on a anti-Trump derangement syndrome crusade. They have decided the liberal elites, the bicoastal elites, to go on a crusade against the American people. And so since they have embarked on this crusade of doom and their own certain destruction, good luck. Because we're not going to come up with a life raft. So they want to be cultural institutions. They want us to watch them and give them money and ad revenue, but they want to disrespect us and treat us like proletariat and treat us like peasants at the same time. So they can't have it both ways. They would have to actually respect our political views and our voting habits or not. So it's either respect us, acknowledge us, or we will totally obliterate, we will totally destroy, we will totally not subscribe to the major corporate fake news mainstream media anymore. We will sink them like nothing you've ever seen before, because we don't need them. If they're not with us, then they're against us. So that's just how it is. And so we will sink ABC, Dishonesty, Disney News. We are going to sink NBC and the Peacock Network. We are going to sink CBS and CNN and MSDNC because they're not a free press and they're Democrat state propaganda now. They do lies and gaslighting and fear porn and garbage 24/7. All they do is spew fucking garbage. Fuck the mainstream fake news media. It's about time that Americans get real news. Real news with journalistic integrity, with honesty, with truth, justice, and the American way being paramount to corporate or social media or big tech or military industrial complex alliances. It is time we get news, media, by, for, and we the people. Again. We don't want our news being run by fucking Pfizer or Microsoft or fucking Facebook. We want our news run by Americans concerned about America and American citizens. That'd be fantastic. That's what we want. We want it back. We want the power back. And my God, there's enough of us. We're going to get it back eventually. And so they better shape up or ship the fuck out. Because that's the deal. Ship up or shape the fuck out. Shape up or ship the fuck out. That's just, There's only so many episodes of ABC Dishonesty, Doucheny News you can watch. And look how they fucked up Star Wars. It's just shit. I mean, that offense alone should send them all to the fucking prison. Fucking up Star Wars. But lying and gaslighting for a corrupt, inept, and incompetent administration like the Biden-Harris administration, and trying to be complicit in locking up President Trump and the MAGA conservatives and Republicans. Now that they should be locking up those people left and right, front and center. That's inexcusable. That's unforgivable. What they tried to do. People forget that illegal aliens don't have constitutional American rights. The Supreme Court says that through habeas corpus, that due process, that these illegal aliens and gangbangers need to be explained why they're being deported. So David Muir, every day on ABC Dishonesty, Douche News, is the weather is bad. It must be climate change. You peasants are burning fossil fuels and dead dinosaurs. You evil bastards. Even though John Kerry is flying around the world on his private jet, burning hydrocarbons. You evil people who don't want to switch to green Chinese energy are evil. Every day they're like, oh, you don't worship the Chinese Communist Party. You are evil people who don't conform to the Chinese communists. Yeah, they can go fuck themselves. That's what the real deal is. Gavin Newscum, if he wants to suck Xi Jinping's cock, be my fucking guest. But the rest of American citizens aren't going to suck his cock or kiss his ass. We're going to kick his ass out of here. And we're gonna start manufacturing our own shit. And we're going to kick the fucking Chinese communist, Marxist, fucking evil out of our country forever. Forever. They will never become global masters of us. Ever. And we're going to kick these traitors of America out too. One by one. We're going to eliminate them. We're going to get them out of office. Get them out of power. Legally at the polls, we're not going to eliminate them, like in a physical sense, in a threatening sense, in the physical realm. I'm talking about at the voting box, vote them out of power. And that's what the Democrats hate. That's what any politician, any political party hates, is when they lose power. So that's what the Democrat Party has done. They have lost power. They have lost the U.S. Congress, House of Representatives, the U.S. Senate, the U.S. Supreme Court, and the White House, the executive. The executor. So, where the fuck are they at? Do you think they're going to come back in 2026? Yeah, fucking right. Bullshit. They're discordant. They are fractured. They're not united. Not as united as the United States of American patriots as we are. And so, we are not MAGA. Okay, that's just a moniker. Make America Great Again. We are not MAGA. We are American patriots. The MAGA is a passing, acronym. It's a passing political slogan. It's not going to be around forever. But what will remain true is that American citizens and American rights and the American constitutional republic will be intact for hopefully another 50 years to 100 years or maybe even 1,000. That's what we hope is going to be intact. The spirit, the laws of America will endure for thousands of years on God's great earth. That's what we're hoping. That's what we're striving for. We're not striving for, you know, anything else. What was the best? It was a Kurt Cobain interview, and yeah. Is it possible to be happy even in crappy times or depressing times? I suppose challenging times. I guess where everything's not perfect. Is it possible to be happy even if your life is not structured well or not perfect or you're not to the level that you want it to be or whatever, financially, socially, sexually, as a human being, maybe as a spiritual being. Is it? Yeah, that it is possible to be happy just enjoying simple things. Yeah, like enjoying a butterfly or enjoying a bird, a blue bird like I do, or enjoying a dog, a dog's joy, enjoying a beer, yeah, enjoying a play, enjoying a song, enjoying whatever. Yeah, it is possible to enjoy life without being Bill Gates or Tiger Woods or somebody wealthy and famous and powerful. Yeah, it is possible to enjoy life if you're not Jeff Bezos, believe it or not. Yep, even if you're not a multi-billionaire and own the world, it is possible to enjoy yourself. Yep, it really is. It comes down to the simple things, really. And so, I was kind of stricken. They had this short of Kurt Cobain giving an interview, and he's like, "I always envy those people that can just enjoy life naturally, that don't have to struggle. And he didn't mean to call them simpletons. He didn't say they were stupid. He just said he wishes that he could enjoy life like those people, and maybe some people are jealous of my ability to enjoy life." And to really enjoy it. Yeah. A lot of people have been jealous of my ability to be optimistic, even in the darkest of circumstances, even in the most brutal, situation, even in the most, life-ending, the most destructive thing. I should have an emotion that should be morose and somber, and I'm just not that kind of person. So I don't know if that's the English spirit. I don't know if it's the Irish spirit. I don't know if that's the Cherokee spirit. I don't know if that's the Native American spirit. We just don't operate that way. So, yeah, I just always have energy. I always have, for the most part, I'm always pretty optimistic, even in the darkest times. I seem to have that ability, and maybe others do not. And that kind of hit me when Kurt Cobain was saying, somebody with all these manic depression is saying, man, I wish I could just be that person that just enjoys a beer and just, enjoys going to the ball game and just enjoys life, sometimes. And this kind of hit hard. That one clip was, kind of like. I almost felt like empathy for him when he said that, because, I've enjoyed just enjoying life and just being alive. I've enjoyed that my whole life. Just like being like, oh yeah, I know the financial situation sucks. I know the people situation sucks. I know the national situation sucks. I know the economic situation sucks. I know everything sucks, like the Dope album, but. I do kind of put a smile on my face, but it's not even fake. It's not fake. Maybe sometimes it is, but most of the time it's really genuine. I guess that's what people fear is someone genuine. That's what people really, really are scared of. That somebody's going to actually be a true person, a real person. So, unfortunately, that's what people are afraid of today, that a person's going to actually tell the truth and be real. That's sad, but it's really true. It's unfortunate that Kurt Cobain is no longer with us. He might have got more deep, more insightful, more philosophical, maybe some great, conversations if he was alive today. And it's too bad he got, drugged out on the heroin and got the shotgun. And I guess, conspiracy theories aside, blew his head off. So, sad. It's always been sad since I was like 11 or 12 or 13 or whatever. 13 or 14, but it's still sad today. There's not anything that makes it unsad. It'll always be sad. So like forever. But I'm not like them, but I can pretend. Got the bubbles in the drink here. The fizzles. The Diet Coke. Everybody asks what the clear liquid is. A lot of people think it's vodka. Good guess. It is a clear liquid, but it's peppermint schnapps. It's not my choice. It's not actually. What is my choice? I guess the chords that I'm playing are the words that I'm saying right now. In terms of that, that's not really. But anything harder, what? It would be hardcore. And then I guess that, there's a heat wave in Houston, Texas going on and stuff like that. There's a drought. And, if you drink a lot of tequila, then you're going to be hungover. And then you're going to be like dehydrated. And then there's going to be a heat wave and you walk outside, it's going to be 100 degrees. And then you're going to be like, fuck. And then your head's going to be pounding and all that shit. So it's just not worth it, you know what I mean? Like on a biological, physiological level, it's not worth it. So, on a physiological level, on a biological level, what? Yeah, I'm almost 45 years old. Yeah, I survived COVID-19. How was COVID? COVID-19, what does it feel like? It feels like, remember in 1984, Indiana Jones in the Temple of the Doom, and he drinks the devil's skull with the blood, the blood coming from the ancient skull. And he goes into the black fog of death. That's what COVID-19 feels like. Yeah, when you go to the dark depths of death. Yeah, that's what coronavirus feels like. It's like when Harrison Ford is sucking the blood out of that fucking skull in the ancient temple of the Thuggy cult of Mola Rum. That's what it feels like. Yeah, for real, no doubt. At first you're okay. You're like, well, maybe I got a cold or something. Then the COVID-19 kicks in. The coronavirus, SARS, severe acute respiratory. Yeah, then it kicks in. Get ready for a fun time. Yeah. Fun ride. It's like, then you get a big headache. You get this like massive headache. You haven't been drinking. You're not coming down off weed. You're not coming down off a drug. You're like normal operation. But you get this big headache, and it's like, It's like really painful headache, right? The coronavirus, the Chinese Wuhan Dr. Anthony Fauci surprise. And the pandemic by the liberal global world order of Bill Gates and George Soros. Then you get the headache, and then you're like, oh shit, man, my head hurts. I don't want to lay down. And then you're trying to move some stuff, you're trying to do some stuff, then your muscles ache. Oh man, then your muscles ache. Fuck. Then you get fever. Then you get chills. You're like, the chill. All right, then the next thing that happens in the coronavirus, this is like step by step, and just kind of running it down what happened to me. And then you might pass out for a while. Then you wake up and you feel like crap. You're like, oh shit. Yeah, something's not right here. I think I got fucking COVID. You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, man, I need to take a shit. And so you go to the toilet, but you have a fever and you're sweating. Your fucking muscles are aching like a motherfucker. So you're like crawling, trying to get to the toilet to take a shit. And then you get to the toilet, you not only have fever, but then you have diarrhea. And it's like fucking nasty diarrhea. And then you have a headache, and then you're like, you have a fever, and it's like pounding, boom, boom, boom. And then your diarrhea, and you go, that's what the COVID-19 experience brought me. The joys. And then you go into like a brain fog. Then you try to get the decongestant, and then you take the Alka-Seltzer and the anti-cold flu and all that stuff they prescribe you. And then you lay down. Then you sleep for days upon days. And then sometimes you wake up when you're not dying and your body's not so weak. And sometimes you wake up and you're like, hey, what? I'm still alive? Oh, great. And then you, I feel like crap again. Then you go lay in bed. And then like after whatever, a week to 14 days, and finally, maybe it goes away and you have to go to the hospital. But because you keep on taking your regular lung medicine and fever medicine and shit like that. So what a wonderful 2 weeks we had, huh? The COVID-19 quarantine. The good old days. Those good old days we had. Man, will wonderful days happen like that ever again? Shitting while I had big high fever. Diarrhea with fever. I can only hope that such great times occur again in America. Chinese virus with diarrhea, shits, and high fever. I can't wait for the next day to happen. The next year. This is going to be incredible. Man. Is everybody excited about the fucking future? I know I am. I can't wait. I can't wait for the next bioengineered virus. Woo! Out of the lab in Wuhan, Chinese communists. How? Man, I can't wait for the next bioterror weapon. As long as it has fever and diarrhea at the same time, I'm on board. I'm with it. Will they instruct the DNA? Will they instruct it, the new weapon, to have diarrhea and fever at the same time? I hope so. Maybe a little bit more sores. Maybe some ball warts. And be creative, please. Yeah, a little bit. add a little bit more torture, boils, or do something biblical, like from the Old Testament, Revelations. Just enjoy yourself, knock yourself out. Next time you're building the bioterror weapon, just go all the way. Just combine all the species of viruses together and just unleash the big virus bomb on us, right? Something our immune systems definitely can't handle. Ooh, what a fun time. All right. Maybe next time a little bit more genital warts, maybe a little bit more boils, maybe a little bit more, just gotta, splice the genes together, the viruses, and just get it right where your bioweapon is more acceptable. Because the last one was fun, but it's not gonna be, fun as the future possibilities that we could have together. Think of all the fun we could have together. Boils, endless diarrhea. We could have severe acute respiratory illness. Think of the exciting times we could have with the Chinese Communist Party, with the Chinese Communist Empire. I think we could have so much fun together. I can't wait. Oh my God, this future is going to be so amazing. I can't wait for the next fucking future to unfold. Woo! Aren't you ready for the good times? Like Fleetwood Mac used to say, don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be terror than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Ooh, don't you look back. Yeah. Think about the good times we're going to have in the future of mankind. I can't wait. Woo! I'm so hyped. That is one of my superpowers, is that I'm pumped about life. Thank God that really serves you in real life. Yeah. I guess what really hurt about it, the muscle aches and the fever and the chills hurt, but I think when it was with the COVID-19, you had the diarrhea and the fever at the same time. That's when I was like, oh, fuck. Muscle ache with diarrhea and fucking high fever. I was like, diarrhea, fever with chills as well. I was like, this is too much shit. But I'm glad they didn't add warts or boils to it. Like chicken pox or more poxes to it, because that would have made it way worse. more weaponized weapon than it already was. Did I take the COVID-19 vaccine? No, hell no. Yeah. Actually, I only got COVID-19 once. My parents were in the healthcare industry, my mother and my stepfather. They took 1 or 2 shots of the COVID-19 vaccine. They got COVID twice. I only got it once. Yeah, they got it twice. They were sick. I only got COVID one glorious time. Yeah. And then I told my mom, "Oh, did you get the Omicron?" And then she didn't get it. She goes, "Omicron, what's that?" And I said, "Oh, you didn't get to enjoy the Omicron. That was like a COVID-19 variant." Oh, okay. Well, not everybody gets my highfalutin jokes about Omicron, so that's all right. That's all right. Did you get the Zeta? Or did you get the Theta? Did you get the Omicron? You know, like my Greek expressions, my Greek letters? Did you get the Epsilon variant? The Omicron? Did you get the Omega virus? Ah, this is having fun. Yeah. You don't want the Zeus virus or the Hercules. Ooh. I just like saying Omicron or Theta or Delta. It's just fun shit to say. Not because it's like sorority, Greek sororities, but I'm saying that it's just fun to say. Did you get the Omicron virus? It's fun to ask someone that, you know, I suppose. Did you get the Delta? Oh, what was it in college algebra? Delta is a triangle, and it means the rate of change. You know, those equations we did. Did I like the equations? Did anyone really enjoy algebra or calculus? Well, I sort of did. And I sort of did. And not just the tits of the nurses that were in the class, but I kind of enjoyed solving the equations in the uranium, tritium equations that we did. It was fun, I suppose. Isn't it fun to solve equations in math? Not really, kind of, sort of. I don't know. It depends on, you know, your perspective on that. So, is it fun to learn Newtonian equations? Well, depends on if you're into that shit. Do you like Einsteinian equations? Well, it's Newtonian, perhaps. I mean, classical physics, but it's... Yeah, I guess it's fun to solve the problems. Isn't it fun? I mean, it's like, what, you like problems unsolved? Problems unsolved are like a dick that's not jacked off. You know, it's just boring. You know, it's like you got a boner, but you have no way to put the penis. And it's like the if you solve the equation, you have something to unload on. You have some penis. You get an ejaculation. An elation from solving the problem. It's just like there's a completion, like a ejaculation is a completion of the penis, and then like a equation is like a ejaculation of the equation. So there it is. I mean, it's still something happens. You know, it's like there's a problem, you solve it, and then it's ended. Boom. And it's like a story theory. You know, there's a plot. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end. Boom, boom, boom. It feels really good because it's complete. Now, I don't know why I was doing so many problems on uranium and isotopic decay, but we were doing those kind of problems in college algebra, and I was just like, oh, okay, well, I guess this is what we're doing, I suppose. Did I like it? I I don't think I liked it. I loved it, and I want some more of it. But I thought, oh well, this might be useful in something. Maybe I don't. I know I'm not supposed to. I don't think I'll ever have to actually calculate the isotopic decay of or the Kelvin of a heat signature. But just in case I do, I might have some knowledge about that. So that's fine. I don't need to know that force equals mass times acceleration and Newtonian classical physics, but just in case I do, well, I took this class, so it's great. Just in case I have to know stuff, then I went to school. Fantastic. Just in case. I don't know if I will need to use this knowledge at some certain point in my life, but the more the merrier, So it just might be mostly useless datoids, but maybe there's something to apply. Maybe there's something to learn. Maybe there's some growth factor in the knowledge. Maybe it has deep applications, and maybe it heals lives, saves lives. Maybe it can make the difference between suffering and fortune. So maybe it's worthy to go to school because you can learn things there that might be helpful in the future or the present or whenever. I suppose it was difficult because I say I'm a follower of Jesus Christ and I'm a Christian and I'm a believer in Jehovah God, the true creator God. But people think when I'm following a different path that I'm not following the path of God. And they send me a lot of Jesus crap. They send me a lot of crap about Jesus and God. Like they know the way to God, and it's just ridiculous. God knows the way to his people, not the other way around. I think the hypocrisy of the Christian church, or the hypocrisy of the Catholic Church, the hypocrisy of most organized religions are annoying me. Because they always send me like, here's the book, The Way to the Lord, and all this shit. And I'm just like, no, that's not the way of the Lord. The Lord's way is the way that he wants for his people to go to. So I guess what I'm upset about is the hypocrites, the Christians and the Jews and the Muslims that say, oh, you have to do this certain thing, or you have to be this certain way to save your eternal spirit. And what I'm really pissed about is the hypocrisy of it. It's like it's the similar religious hypocrisy that John Kerry says to us, that he can fly a hydrocarbon burning, fossil fuel burning jet around the world, but we cannot drive our CO2 hydrocarbon dead dinosaur cars. That's hypocrisy. That's what I really despise. And I feel that Christians, a lot of the people that are followers of Christ, also judge people. And they don't know what God's plan is, and they have no idea
Because if you did believe in God, you know that he would have some great plan that you could not foresee, you could not control. And that's very true. How do you know that God doesn't have specific agents and specific people? And how do you know Jesus Christ does not have specific individuals, specific organizations, specific times, specific events that he's going to do? And I think it's ridiculous if I do believe in God and you're sending me a bunch of shit. Like when I've read the Bible since I was a little kid, when you're sending me a bunch of fucking bullshit about prosperity gospel and Joel Osteen and all these fake fucking televangelists and all these fucking money, these fucking pathetic televangelists, it pisses me off that you're sending me this shit. Because it's like, you're treating me like I'm in fucking second grade. You're like Kamala Harris, like a third grade fucking teacher trying to talk down to me. And it's just not helpful to me to send me a bunch of thick books, believe in the Lord. It doesn't fucking inspire me to believe in the fucking Lord. All right? You send me all this fucking lame fucking shit. How do you expect to get Christian converts when you're sending this lame fucking bullshit? It's like the lamest bullshit I could ever think of. So, if you send me Joel Osteen bullshit, prosperity gospel, who prospers from buying Joel Osteen shit? Joel Osteen. Hint. All right. Do the poor and the downtrodden and the sick and the people suffering from the hurricanes, do they benefit from Joel Osteen? Only motherfucker that benefits from prosperity gospel is Joel motherfucking televangelist Osteen. Quit sending me this televangelist cookie cutter fucking shit. Now, if you believed in the supreme creator, if you actually believed in God and Jesus Christ, then you would know that his plans were complex and it was worthy of respect and not this simpleton disrespect. It's pathetic. And while a lot of the baby boomers, my parents and stuff, they're just like, they become closer to Jesus when they're closer to death. It's pathetic. It's like, oh, well, I'm about to die. I better believe in Jesus. No, man, that's bogus. Whatever, dude. I mean, whatever helps you cope through this life. I know I do whatever helps me cope through this rough voyage called life. But, look, it's a rough ocean. You want me to cry out to God in mercy. Yeah, I remember that. My stepfather was dying of cancer and he cried out to God. God, please help me. The cancer was eating his body alive. Yeah, I remember that when I was 10 years old. God, help me. You know what happens if you're like, God, help me be rich, help me get bitches, help me defeat cancer? You're gonna fucking die. And there's no God gonna save you. So there's no faith that's gonna save you. Period. Yeah, I saw what happened with the God worshippers. I'm like Hannibal Lecter, Sir Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, I saw that God dropped a bus on 30 of his worshippers yesterday. Oh, this must be some God. I must be worshiping them. Is that the one you ascribe to? Well, Now, I'm not someone to lose faith, to lose hope. Despite this, that is not my true purpose. So my true purpose in life is to inspire people, whether it be religiously or just, motivation wise, to help people get up from even the darkest of situations at times and to triumph. So if that is my life's purpose, then that's what I must do. Religious spirituality or spookiness or not, it's still willpower. It's still human breath. And so I would love to believe in Jesus Christ eternal. And I pray to God and Jesus every day. But I never get riches. I never get bitches. And I never get shit. Yeah, I've been praying to God ever since my stepfather died of cancer when I was 10. Almost fucking 30 years ago. But you know what? You can cry to the outer space. I want women. I want money. I want anything. You can cry to some invisible person that doesn't exist. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. So that's the hard truth. I know it sucks. I still do it anyway out of habit. I still go, oh Lord, help me. It doesn't fucking matter. I still do it anyway. Because I feel when I talk to this incompetent, non-existent piece of shit, like George Carlin would say, I feel better when I talk to this non-existent, spooky father figure. When I talk to this incompetent motherfucker called God, I feel good. I feel good about it. When I talk to this incompetent fucking asshole, I feel fantastic. I feel wonderful about it. I actually think that if I talk to this incompetent, spooky father figure enough, that it's going to pay off one day. Maybe I'll wake up with a pot of gold. Maybe there'll be a blonde with some big tits. Maybe there'll be something. Maybe. You know? I think if I keep doing it, if I keep praying to some invisible man in the sky, like I have been since I was 10, maybe something's going to work out. Because I believe that if I had the power of belief, that it's going to work out, because my power of belief is so much, it's so strong that it's going to overcome. That's what I think in my head, at least. In my soul. At least.
She's whimpering out and get her situated first, and then thank God I've got it recorded so that I can go down and watch it. Right? But it's okay. Hey, a crying baby can't say no, please. You gotta handle it. But okay. All right, well, I love you, and I love everyone safe. All right, love you. Bye.
Hey,
How's that?
hey, love.
How's
I just got to hug you with her.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Mama got two back.
Oh.
Oh, it won't shut, Scott. Is that dry yet? No, it's not dry.
Yeah, what's up?
What is a Mexican toll?
What?
Some kind of Mexican ship.
Mexican shit.
Mexican ship hit 277 passengers were on board, 19 total injuries, 4 people seriously injured.
Mexican ship.
It hit the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh shit, I didn't know about that. I'm sorry, I haven't watched the news.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I apologize. Okay. A Spanish ship?
It said Mexican Navy ship.
Mexican Navy
Ship.
in New York?
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't make any sense, but alrighty. The Mexican Navy in New York. Anyone die?
No.
Oh, there's no dead?
No.
Good.
19 injured.
Oh, okay.
And so many others seriously
Yeah.
injured. But,
All right.
what's a Mexican Navy tall ship? And they went it went towards the Brooklyn Bridge, and then their sail mast just broke off.
Buenas noches.
Yeah, they had the Mexican.
¿Qué tal?
What are they doing?
It's Nuevo York. Nuevo York. To you, gringo. You're talking to Jules?
No,
Lieutenant?
no, sorry. I threw your.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I said one stuff. So wait, there's one. That's not a bad excuse. So 19 injured on the Spanish ship?
Yeah.
These times are weird. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Bless you. I'm sorry, one of your vision went out? Sorry? Oh, no. All right, so Monday, no smoke, no drink.
Well, maybe I might still smoke, but no drinking.
You have to sugars, no donuts, no cookies, no
No sweets.
chocolate milk,
Right.
no sugar.
And I'm switching back to 2% milk.
Okay,
Instead
all
of
right,
whole milk.
okay, all right.
Whole milk has more sugar, I think. Or no, I think it has just as much.
I thought Diet Coke didn't have sugar. That's fake sugars.
I don't know.
All right, no chocolate milk, no donuts, no socks, no alcohol. I know you love sugar to death. That's
Man, I'm getting scared.
diabetes is too much sugar in the blood. I'm not a sugar
But
lover.
I don't understand it. Why does I have problems with my blood sugar drops.
Yeah.
And that's from, see, I don't understand that. You're diabetic.
You've been loving sugar for like, I don't know, 20 years or something. But everybody loves sugar. It's hard.
Drops is pure sugar.
Yeah, I know. I mean, why you would pick that as an alcohol? Every alcohol is sugar though.
So I need to
Oh,
start
right,
drinking.
right, right. Right. All right.
I don't want to die.
No way. But also you don't exercise. You don't walk or.
Well,
I know you run around, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes I've been in there and I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Sugar's dropping.
Yeah.
It scares me.
Yeah.
But what do I?
You wanna go to a hardcore diet like kale and asparagus and shit? Or broccoli? If you wanna eat broccoli all the time,
No,
try to similarize it.
no, I
Sure.
need to, when I start drinking Diet Coke, sometimes.
Maybe I should have done rice instead of the noodles. That's what it is.
Carbohydrates.
Carbohydrates.
See,
Carbs.
I don't understand diabetes.
Carbohydrates.
That's
I
why.
can show you a video about diabetes. It's
Yeah.
high blood sugar.
But mine drops.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah. He must be like either type 2 diabetic or something. If you get advanced,
I'm not type
certain-
1 because that's juvenile.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
before.
yeah. If you start having blindness effects, that's like type 2. That's like
No, that is from, see, I'm not overweight,
yeah, right. You're not overweight.
but I have too much sugar in my system.
There's too much sugar
Yeah.
and insulin resistance, right?
But I don't understand,
But you have to commit totally to the lifestyle.
yeah.
You can't be half-assed.
Right.
You can't just say, oh, I'm gonna eat broccoli and then I'm gonna have a donut.
Or I'm gonna eat broccoli and then I'm gonna have some shots.
Yeah, right.
That's not-
Right.
No, I just don't totally understand it because,
It's blood sugar.
no,
There's too much sugar in the blood.
it goes up and down, up.
Yeah. You can't have sugar in the blood. You have to cut out all sugar.
Yeah.
All sugar.
But I need your help. You've got to walk the line too.
I can do that. I get disciplined if I want to.
Go on.
Now, smoking might be harder. Sugar, maybe. Yeah. But once the nicotine is out of your system,
I'm terrified, like I said, I'm terrified. Granny had 3 strokes. 3 freaking strokes.
but she ate a lot of donuts and stuff, a lot of cookies.
She didn't smoke.
She
No.
didn't drink.
When you get 85 or 84, 85.
Life catches up.
No. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
what you did or, well,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
your body gets old, it starts to break down.
Just like Phil. He had a stroke, right? Or a couple massive strokes or whatever.
Well, we can do it on Monday, exercise, but you need to walk around for 20 minutes with me, early in the morning. And then, you can't have a big breakfast all the time. But we
Or
have to
X
start.
carbohydrates?
No,
Okay, that's protein.
that's protein, that's good. Yeah. That's
Carbohydrates would be bread.
bread. But we haven't been really been into bread.
Bread, grits, pasta.
Yeah, we can go through it if you want to, without a doctor's approval.
A diabetic diet.
Yeah. To reduce diabetes.
As long as beets are on. As long as beets are on the diet.
You really hate beets. That's what Dr. Yorski did. Beet
juice.
soup.
Beet-
They had beet soup. I ate it.
I hate it.
I know it was nasty, but I ate it. It tastes like eating dirt.
It's horrible. I don't eat beets.
Dr. Yorski in Maryland ate beet soup.
Yeah, just that one day. That doesn't mean I eat it all the time.
They ate it a lot more time than I did when I was there. Mom, they were eating beet soup.
Well, they were both overweight and had all kinds of snacks, so
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
it's just like being at Jody's and having corn on the cob for lunch.
Yeah. All right, but if you want to get on the diet, but it has to be no alcohol, that's pure sugar.
No Diet Cokes.
No Diet Cokes. No,
Smoking.
cut down the ice cream.
really tastes good, even if it doesn't have sugar.
Oh, I know, and I will
Yeah.
taste it.
Anything to save your life. Anything to enhance your life. I don't need it. And then we'll walk around a few times, like 20 minutes. Get some exercise in.
Hey, Dan's cardiologist, after he had his quadruple bypass,
Go take a walk around 20 minutes a day.
no, he said, I don't care what you do, every day, walk for 20 minutes.
Right, exactly. Yeah. You can do that.
And so Jim started that, every day, 20 minutes, he
Right.
walks.
Yeah.
He said, I don't care what you do, if you want us to be healthy, walk 20 minutes, just a 20-minute walk every freaking day. And when we were at the office, every morning about 10, me and Jim would go for a walk around the hospital, Tama Hospital.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Yeah, we can do it.
Uh,
You do that with me, that's fine.
yeah. But not tomorrow morning.
No, no. All right.
At least not tomorrow
No,
morning.
not tomorrow morning, no. I just don't want y'all going blind over donuts.
No, that's scary, that's scary.
Yeah, yeah.
All of a sudden, it was like,
Yeah,
it was like,
yeah,
I was like, oh.
yeah. Can you not obsess over things? Obsess over everything? Relax. Can you just relax?
I wish I could.
Yeah, can you just, I'm saying, when we get on the new diet, can you just relax some days?
I hope so.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, what do you mean?
I mean, just like relax, chill out. You know, not be like, oh my God. Like what I'm saying is, can you,
The only thing I am worried about and stressed out about is I've got to go to work.
yeah,
I'm going through my savings, paying bills,
yeah,
and I'm very upset about it.
right. Yeah, I know.
But I'm worried about my health,
Yeah,
that what if I got a job and then I have,
killed over.
what if I have some kind of, like I need some orange juice or,
Yeah.
uh,
Okay, well, we can work on that.
the next.
Yeah. We'll have to work on the diet. Can't, no, doesn't get on McDonald's.
No,
Well,
maybe once a month.
once a month McDonald's, but like, I'm not saying that we have to eat kale and asparagus
Kale
and
sucks.
broccoli all day.
Hey, kale sucks. Are
Yeah.
you going ahead and try to cook that?
Yeah, I remember how horrible that was. Yeah.
That was horrible.
Yep.
But,
Mom, I will help you.
I'm
Don't
just
worry.
saying, I know you're young, you're 44 years old.
Mom, we could reverse diabetes. All we have to do is just do it.
And you're, well, I used to be pre-diabetes and you're pre-diabetes.
Right.
So even Linda Leaks said, you gotta cut out processed stuff. The
Yeah.
But-
Well, I'm sorry for eating the noodles. Sorry, I love noodles. I love noodles.
Anyway, you
Alright,
gotta,
okay.
but like, if you go online and look for a diabetic diet, nobody wants to tell you anything.
I can find the exact diet. Well, we have to commit to it. We can't deviate to cheeseburger, can't eat donuts, we can't eat ice cream, we can't do anything.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's all right. Look, I'm fine.
I didn't buy any.
Look, as long as we can have an ice cream like once a month or McDonald's once a month, it's probably okay. We just can't have it all the time. And
I'm just
maybe
sorry, I'm getting
people can
scared about what has been happening to me.
Yeah. I'm sorry for rocking it. I'm sorry for rocking the boots and all that.
No, I apologize. And I know you're way younger than me.
No, I'm saying I feel bad that I rock the boots. I mean, that's fucking, you know.
No, I'm just, and I can't
Yeah.
drink twice a week.
All right, so not even maybe just once a month, just one Saturday or something. I mean, if it at all. Don't worry, it doesn't mean you don't have to suffer. What it means is.
I want you to have good health
I think I had to take a poop.
Oh,
No,
okay.
sorry.
And I love you, and I'm sorry,
Yeah, I love
I
you.
think that I've caused all your problems. You know, your health problems and everything.
By drinking the sugar.
Drinking and over the years. And
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry.
I know I've been
no,
a bad
it's-
influence.
No,
I love
no,
you.
it's all right. Hey, I love you. Don't worry. We'll get healthy. We'll get happy. And we'll live a long time. Don't worry.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go take a poopy.
I'm gonna pee in here.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So, yes, I'm Brewski. Got a beer refill here. Good.
List of J-pop artists. Oh shit. Ah. Ah. Chisato. That's okay. Chisato. What? Taka. Is new season long version? Here's a good song. Really like this. I was listening to song. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, thanks. Oh, yes. No problem. Is this the one? Moritaka Chisato. Ah, there it is. Chisato. Moritaka. Almost forgot. Yeah, I always like this one. From New Season. It's called New Season. I like how it switches from like the depressing and then goes to hardcore and the happy and the up tempo. Yeah, that's a really awesome part. Chisato Murataka. Huh. Beautiful music. I wonder what the live concert, I bet it's awesome. I saw a clip of it. I bet it's fucking badass. Is that really the one? Wow. Okay, here. You see it? Okay. Oh, she plays some drums at the same time. It's like fucking 19 minutes. Oh my god. That's wild, dude. Dude, we're gonna call you a fucking weirdo. never seen this. Whoa! I think that's Casio keyboard. I think Yamaha, dude. That's amazing. That's pretty amazing. It's really good. Holy crap. She's only like 17. She's like, fucking. That's really like Chisato Moritaka. Jesus the best. Yeah, that's I like. Yeah, it is the best. You're right. yeah, let's say something. You listen to the minutes. Sounds like a box, dude. These people knew how to play back in the day. It's awesome. Holy shit. Wow. Right. Okay, nice. Cool. Huh. Okay. Is there a bigger song than that? Really? That song seems like a pinnacle to me. Okay. So we got to Japanese. That's good. Or is this Chinese? Oh shit. It looks like Chinese actually. It's like is this Chinese music? I do like it though. It sounds really cool. Is it looks like Han Chinese characters actually. It looks like it doesn't look like hiragana. Or is it? Is that Japanese kanji? And maybe it's not. No, I'm confused. Is this okay, so it's okay, it's Japanese. It's not Han China. It's not Han. It's not Cantonese. That's funny, man. All right.
Welcome to the Outback. It's the perfect stage for a battle royale.
I don't think there's other songs compared to this one. I mean, this is like fucking awesome. Yeah. This song is fucking incredible, man. Is it? Play it again. That's really record, really. Some people said, "Is this the best song?" That's so funny. Is this the best song? Well, I'm not a weebo. I'm not a Japanese lover. I don't look at Asian or anybody differently than I am. So, in that particular regard, I don't look at there's Japs and there's Asians and there's Caucasians and there's this and that. I kind of look at it more comprehensively, like, okay, there's differences, but it doesn't, it's more accentuation. So to me, it doesn't matter that there's somebody Chinese or Japanese or Korean. What it means is there's other people that are different than me, and that's beautiful. So it doesn't mean it's always like that, but that's what it means to me, to be a human being, is that there's different variations to human beings, and I can accept that. That's fine. It might help that I like Asian people, but what if I didn't like people? Well, that might be a problem. Thankfully, I've been blessed with knowing people from China and the Philippines and from Hong Kong and Japan my whole life. I love them to death. So I think I'm blessed knowing lots of Asians in America, and I feel great about that. So they're from Thailand, they're from Cambodia. I'm excited to know Asian people. Kanji, hiragana. I even like Chinese people and Filipinos. I like people from East Asia. I'm not a racist. Not at all. I love Japanese music. I love Korean music. I love Chinese music. I wish there could be more. I love the Asian people. I love them to death. I love it. It's the greatest. Maybe they don't feel the same way about me, but I feel that about them. I love the Japan. I wish I could go. I wish I could go there. Meet all the people and I'll go. I wish I could go to Japan and hug all the people. I wish I could do a lot. I did what I could during the Fukushima nuclear disaster. I sent $50 to $100 to the disaster relief. I did what I could to help the Japanese people. I didn't have much money, but I sent 50, 100. Hopefully it helped out. When there was a nuclear meltdown in Fukushima, Japan. I don't have much money. I'm not a rich man. But whatever I can send, I will send to help the people of Japan. I love Japan. I love it. I want to see them suffer. No way. Now, is it reciprocal? Do the Japanese people love me at the same time? Maybe not, but I love the people of Japan. I'm not a weebo, but I do appreciate them. I do appreciate their culture, their language. I appreciate not just their pretty girls, but of course I want to fuck their pretty girls, but that's neither here nor there. But I love their culture. I love the language. I love the sound of the language. Now, maybe not all foreigners might not like the sound of the English language, but my God, I love the sound of Japanese. I wish I could understand it. I can't, because some of the particular phrases are complicated for English here to understand. But I try to listen. If I have a photographic memory. I listen to Japanese music. I listen to Japanese videos long enough. I will understand Japanese. I will understand every phrase, what it means, what the alphabet means, everything. And I won't have to worry anymore that I don't understand Japanese fluently. If I listen to it long enough, I will understand every phrase, every word, every politeness. I will be able to understand. I will be able to speak in Japan and navigate in Japan, and it's going to be okay. If I listen to enough music, if I read enough literature of Japanese and watch enough video of Japanese, I'll be able to learn Japanese and speak it fluently myself. Or it might seem different. An island in Asia, Texas, North American continent, a freedom frontier place. But is it so different, frontiers, after all? Probably not. We were also island of a frontier called Texas. We have much in common.
We've got about 50 million followers. We're in the billions of views. Hey, we're a small team. But we always felt like our content was all about entertainment and being fun, but there's also this sort of professional business side. One of the things that we knew was basically essential was getting our own website, so people would actually see a proper official group who mean business and who can deliver. We always had this vision of bringing things into existence that have previously never been seen.
This is the world's largest act.
We bounced a plane and a boat and a car, and we now get unbelievable opportunities to do things like film balloon popping races with Manchester City. I don't know all the things that we're going to get to do in the next year or 5 years, but if we can do this as a job, anything's possible. Do you know what's really fun? Check your website on with.
Thomas! Scott!
Anti-stole
No.
Papa's gold.
No, no, I'm gonna tell you something.
All this riches.
No, no. I wanna tell you something. You're gonna die of miserable life. Having, holding grudges and all that shit, blaming people. There's nobody to blame. There's a song, isn't it? It's nobody's fault but my own. What's his name? Beck? That's what I believe. Everything that's happened to me is my fault. Because I allowed it to happen. And I wasn't on top of things and worried about my life. Alright. There's forgiveness, forgive and forget. There is, no. No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
You're probably getting Alzheimer's.
I want to have one fucking night where there's nobody blaming anything for anyone for anything. I would love that. That would make me happy.
Alright, then
And I was trying to think of a song, and now you made me forget.
What song you want?
It was a good song. and you
It's a
made
good
me
song.
forget.
I'm sorry. I mean,